2020 is going to be a crazy year. First, we get the announcement of Nick Diaz. Now we're getting Anthony Rumble Johnson. I meant to do a video on this a minute ago, but hey, better late than never, right? But anyway, man, this man has been fighting for well over a decade. And if you look at this interview, this is him at welterweight. Like, look how he looks, man. Like, he looks like death in this interview, bro. Like, everybody talks about Conor at 145. Welterweight Rumble, oh my god, man! Like this shit looks, it looks. I get thirsty watching this shit because this motherfucker looks dehydrated than a motherfucker. Like I need some Kool-Aid or something watching this bullshit, man, because he looks drained, bro. Like it's just painful to watch. You feel me? Especially in somebody who's been a fan of Anthony Johnson, but now since he's made the jump to 205, he has had nothing but success. And, he even fought for the title on 2 occasions. Now I feel as though he can get the job done, seeing as looking at the talent in the light heavyweight pool, but. Since he's retired, he actually was bodybuilding. So the real question is will he be able to make 205 and be able to lose all that muscle he's gained since he's been retired? Because he's a pretty big guy, man. You're talking about somebody who went to 275, 280 worth of muscle, and now he's trying to lose the 70, 80 pounds just so he can make 205 again. Will he be able to make that jump? Like, hey, if he's able to make it, then cool. But if not, hey, we might get that fight with Francis, even though he kind of turned that fight down. But, hey, it's the UFC. Anything can happen. Now, he still stated he wants that fight with John. I feel like that may be the best thing for the light heavyweight division, saying that there's no real contenders anymore. It's like Johnny Walker just lost to fucking Corey Anderson, and he was probably the best bet, and he lost to the most boring guy in the whole fucking division. So Anthony Johnson may be the savior to the light heavyweight division that we may need, but it depends on with Anthony Johnson. We just may get, because like I said, he has to make weight. And saying that's a big jump for him, all the way from 280, 275 to jump back down to 205. And weight cutting has not been his friend over the past few years. So now we have big shoes to fill because Anthony Johnson wants to make this return. And I feel like it's only best that if he does come in the fight, he has to come full Rumble, what I'm saying? Because I feel as though he can be the John Killer. He has all the tools. He has one-punch knockout power. He has great wrestling defense. He has a great ground game. Like, I feel like Anthony Johnson just very well be what he is. Like I said, he just very well be the John Jones Killer. But that's only with Anthony Johnson we may get come fight night. And if he does get John, and if he doesn't get John in his first fight back, who do you say he gets? Me personally, I would like to see him fight Johnny Walker. I would like to see him fight Anthony Smith. I would like to see him fight Thiago Santos if he returns. But I just feel as though with a person like this, you have to give him a title eliminator bout. Just off of the man fought for the title before he left, and he probably was the best thing in the division before he even retired. Now, that fight with Daniel Cormier the second time, I had him winning the fight before the fight actually started, but why he came in there and tried to wrestle Daniel Cormier, I do not know. I asked that question almost every single day because I felt like Rumble could have had that fight won if he had kept it on the feet. And I felt like even with the first fight, DC was scared of Rumble's hands. But when he came in there wrestling, I felt like he kind of just gave up before the fight even started. I'm like, dude, like, you don't fucking wrestle an Olympic champion, bro. That's bullshit, bro. Why are you doing this? And if you see in this clip right now, he beat the hell out of Jimmy Manua. And I'm just like, that's the Rumble we all know and love. If he would have came in with that Rumble, he would have beat the hell out of DC, at least in my opinion. But DC is a tough motherfucker, and I give him his props. You can't take away from no fighter, and DC's definitely one. He's definitely one of the greatest of all time. But anyway, back to Anthony Johnson, I feel as though, like I said, if he can come in, put his head back together, and be where he started, come back to where he left off, he could definitely be the John Jones Killer. I'm out.